Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are looking at Don't Breathe. Um, I just realized that I haven't actually done a review for this movie, even though I just did the review for the previous movie. But I recently watched Don't Breathe because I knew I would be watching Don't Breathe too. So that was the second time that I actually watched this film, and I enjoyed it as much as I did the very first time. And this is a really superb thriller movie. It is actually put as a horror thriller, but maybe. But it's for me, it's more of a thriller. I can't put in the horror genre, although it is actually advertised and labeled along with the horror genre as such. The movie is directed by Fede Alvarez, who also co-produced the film. Sam Raimi is a co-producer in both the movies. I forgot to mention that in the previous review. And the movie stars Stephen Lang, Jane Levy, Dylan Minnette, and Daniel Zovato. And basically, it's about these three friends, delinquents, they're like young men, two young men and a young lady, who are doing kind of like theft crimes when people are not there. Rich people are not there in their home. They kind of go and steal jewelry and money, and then go and sell it to make a little cash. In the case of the girl, um, her character's name is Roxanne or Rocky. This is basically set in Detroit. She wants to take her younger baby sister away from her family because her mother and mother's boyfriend are not very good parents, and they're kind of like abusive. Do not treat the young girl well. Do not treat her well. But Rocky can take care of herself, but she's more worried about her younger sister. So she wants to make enough money so she can take the kid away from there, move off to California or somewhere like that. I believe it's California. Is it so? Yeah, to Los Angeles. Um, and so the other two thieves are there, but the one of the guys who is Alex is kind of like has a big crush on her. I think he wants to go along with her as well. The third one, the kind of leader and the guy who actually makes the exchange the stolen goods for money, is basically an asshole. His name is Money, so I assume that's his street name. Anyway, so they hear about this army veteran, a former Navy SEAL who is blind and lives in a neighborhood where, in basically a ghost town of a neighborhood. Basically, it's not a town. It's basically a neighborhood where almost everybody else has left, and he's the only one who remains there. It's just him, and there is a dog. Basically, I think is that Shadow. Is that the same dog? I don't really know. I don't think the name is mentioned in the first movie, but they realize when they get to hear that he got a huge settlement, and apparently they think that he might have stashed it in the basement or somewhere in the house. So they plan to sneak into his house in the late of the night and try to put like a sleep drug, which is like in the form of a um, what is that? Yeah, sleeping gas in a bottle or something like that, so that they keep him still sleeping. However, Norman wakes up and he comes. So they know that he's blind. They're hoping to find the settlement money, which is, oh yeah, the settlement money is actually basically, um, his daughter was killed in an accident by the daughter of a rich family, and that's why they believe that the settlement is pretty huge, and they can steal it away from him. So he manages to fend off and kill Money, and then the other two are hiding from him, and that's the main plot of the story. And the dog is there. The dog is attacking them as well. Vicious dog, well trained by Norman, and they have to try to escape from him. In the basement, they actually find a young lady who's tied up and who is pregnant. And apparently, it is the girl who was driving the car, the rich girl, spoiled rich girl who was driving the car, that killed Norman's daughter. Since his daughter was taken away his way of trying to get exact revenge is he wants to impregnate, or rather, he already impregnated her. However, he didn't actually have sex with her. He just had his semen frozen, and basically once he warms it up, he takes that and injected it into her, you know where. So that is the flip that actually comes into this movie, and you no longer are that sympathetic towards a blind man. He now they try to escape. However, he's got a gun and he's trying to shoot at them, and he accidentally kills the young lady that he had who was pregnant with his daughter. Now he's upset. He manages to get just her. Alex falls outside. He managed to get Rocky. Now he plans to tie her up and impregnate her, and he tells her, "I'm not a monster. I don't want to actually rape you and things like that, but you will give me a kid, and after that I can let you go." He almost does that, but Alex comes to and then gets inside, knocks him out, and then in one of the most disgusting scenes I've ever seen, before they leave, Rocky takes the turkey baster thing with the semen and shoves it in his mouth. Ugh, that's disgusting. Anyway, they are about to make their way back, but then he manages to get back and kills Alex. However, Rocky manages to escape, kicks him, escapes from the dog, and she makes her way back. She takes she takes her she takes her younger sister. What's her younger sister's name? Diddy, and they go off to Los Angeles because she wants to get away from everything over here. The cops do arrive and they find Alex dead and Norman in a very bad condition. And the news report actually says that he was attacked by thieves and managed to fend them off, and he is the survivor. And that is how the movie ends. To introduce, he does not mention Rocky or the store, and there was the cash. He did manage to steal. They did manage to get the cash, so he doesn't mention the cash or the lady Cindy or Rocky at all. So in the end of the movie, you can see Rocky and her younger sister going off to Los Angeles. Wonderful movie. That kind of thriller, if you really like those kind of thrillers, it is amazing. There's a lot of scenes that are tension is really built high. This is a fantastic film, one that I enjoy quite a bit. I would give this movie an 8 out of 10. I almost want to give it an 8.5 out of 10, but yeah, it is pretty awesome. Just don't like the fact that the dog is the villain of the movie, but otherwise, yeah, it's a really thrilling movie. It's not that expensively made. It was made on a budget of just $9.9 million. It made about $157.8 million at the box office. And yeah, I do love this movie quite a bit. It is pretty awesome. So yeah, that's my review of Don't Breathe from 2016. Take care, guys. Have a good night. I'm going off to bed. Maybe watch a little movie if I can. And yeah, it's almost 30 past to midnight. So take care, guys. I shall see you again pretty soon. See ya.